When I texted you earlier today, we kind of went over what we're going to talk about. I'm kind of curious because we had Bryce on the other day. Now we have you, and he had his views on this. How do you think that the teams that you were on would have reacted if the rules now, or would have been different, I guess, had the rules that are in place now been in place back then?
Man, that's a good question. I think just from looking at it from a player standpoint, it can be a lot more self-centered. With a lack of a better word, I think with all the NIL stuff, the transfer portal, hey, what's best for me, rather than the team and the university. Now, I could be proven wrong, but I don't think I have been, just seeing with the way that things have been going each year with opportunities that come up for other players to transition out, transition in, leave for more money, less money, whatever. I think it would have made the locker room a lot more tense. And less trustworthy, just knowing like, hey, either I'm starting or I'm the backup or I'm nothing or I'm moving out. I'm going somewhere else for a better opportunity.
Seth, what's it like, on the positive side of NIL and all of that, because there are plenty of positives. What's it like to see guys making money because of, their jersey sales or because of just their star profile or whatever the case may be? Now, there is that issue that some are running into where guys who haven't done anything yet are making more than guys who have. But for those who do have an impact and are able to benefit off their name, image, likeness, I mean, I'm sure you would have sold a few jerseys back in the day. What's that like to see?
Oh, I'm excited for these guys. I mean, they, everybody knows who's played any type of sport growing up. You put your body on the line, right? Especially when you're playing, high-level D1 football, like, you put your mind, your body, your life, things, risking, blood, sweat, and tears to represent the university and to bring in W's, for the team. And a lot of these guys that are coming in and, have already made, let's say $1 million, $5 million, $500,000, whatever it is. Now, I think there may be some pullback, maybe some lashback on that in the future, just based off kind of like team camaraderie, right? Some guys who really busted their tail that have been there and haven't been paid anything, but then these guys coming in that are high caliber athletes and, already getting deals before they even touch the field. But on the flip side, that just goes to show like, hey, if you can prove your way and get yourself on the field and make some money, then hey, that's great. Because I know a lot of players that I played with, especially myself, just growing up, we didn't grow up on a lot of money, and so seeing something like that can really impact and change a person's life, their family's life. And I think it's moving in the right direction. Now there's probably going to be some adjustments that need to be made. But hey, I kind of look back at it whenever the first year, whenever they came out with the targeting rule, it was like, hey, every hit was targeting. And now over the past couple of years, they've really pulled back on that, really adjusted it, learned from the mistakes from the past, and we're able to grow. So I think all in all, I think it's heading in the right direction. There'll probably just be a few adjustments made here or there along the way.
Do some people not realize the benefits of stability over right now satisfaction? Because your life would have been completely different had you not opted for the stability and growth inside the Baylor program.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but, looking back, that was never really an option. So I wouldn't have really known what to even think about it. I know that was kind of in talks. I think the coolest payday for me, at least from having my NIL, was through the NCAA football game, right? I think I got like $8 or $9 grand from that, which was pretty cool just to be on to get paid through a football game. But then, it was shut down for 5 years or 6 years, or however long. So, but yeah, the stability standpoint of it is, we'll see how it all plays out. I mean, just from a team likeness around the locker room, and hopefully guys are there for the right reasons. And I mean, obviously, we all have that selfish nature, and we want what's best for us. But then also, who are going to be those guys that look past that? I think those are going to be the real leaders that step up and are going to be able to, benefit most from this NIL, whether they get paid or not.
Seth, it would have been an interesting